Decision-making and the herd mentality. When a person makes a decision, the brain activates the limbic system, which creates an emotional response, and the prefrontal cortex so that logical thought can take place. Quickly and unconsciously, you calculate the rewards and the cost of your different actions. When teens' decision-making happens, it happens differently. During your teen years, your decision-making is based on rewards and not critical thinking. And this is because the prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. Dopamine in the brain's reward center helps send signals in the brain that make people feel happy. The number of brain receptor interactions with dopamine is higher in teens than in other people. When a teen gets a compliment, the reward center reacts more strongly than it would be for all other people. Humans are social animals. Humans are social animals much like sheep, naturally driven to travel in packs. Ancient times, traveling in groups gave you evolutionary advantages, great ability to survive in groups by sharing responsibility for hunting, food gathering, childcare, and protection. During the teen years, the part of the brain involved in decision-making is still developing, and the part of the brain linked to social activity is super active. Teens are wired to pay more attention to the rewards of belonging to the group, even if the group is doing something bad or wrong and is a risk of the person getting caught. The herd mentality. Herd mentality is being a part of a crowd influences your behavior. As a teen, you are especially susceptible to the herd mentality. Research shows that teens take more dangerous risks, like driving recklessly or trying drugs, when they are in a part of a group. Why do teens do things with their friends that they wouldn't do if they weren't? Well, being around other teens makes teens feel their feelings more strongly. This makes teens even more sensitive to rewards and to rejection. When teens are rejected by their friends, there is even more response in the parts of the brain that control negative emotions. This is why teens make decisions more focused on possible rewards and less aware of the risks. Teen drivers are 2.5 times more likely to take risks while driving when another teen is in the car, and 3 times more likely when multiple teens are in the car. This is why we have the laws that we do surrounding new drivers and teens. The mob mentality. When you're in a crowd, you can get caught up in the energy and you think your actions can't be tracked back to you. Don't get sucked into being a part of bad behavior when you're with a large group. Think about how terrible you would feel if you were doing this action alone. To avoid making bad decisions, recognize that herd mentality happens, and that if you have a strong feeling to go with the crowd, you should pause for 5 seconds. Get in touch with your inner instincts. Would you still be doing this if nobody else was? Are you okay with the worst case scenario of consequences happening? Ways to pause. Take a deep breath. Count to 10. Ask, is it worth it? By practicing pausing, you can change the way your brain is wired. And pausing instead of immediately reacting, with enough practice, it will become your natural reaction. To avoid making bad choices, you should have a plan before you get into that scenario or situation. Plan ahead. Know who you are going to be going out with, or who or what you will be doing before you go. Know what's going on. Have a script in your head of what you would say or do if somebody asks you to do something that you really don't want to do. I can't, I have a test to study for, or I have a big game, or my parents will be very disappointed in me, or I don't want to, it's against my values, or offer to do something else. Have a plan before you get into that scenario or situation. Plan ahead, know who's going to be out with you, Note what you will do before you go. Have that script ready, and realize that your brain works differently when you're in groups than rather when you are alone. The secret power of the pact. The power of the pact can work for good as well as bad. If you call out somebody being mean or do the right thing instead of something wrong or dangerous against your values, other people will start to follow you too. Use the power of the pact for good. Teens who study together do better. Being a part of a positive crowd can feel amazing, and the mood spreads throughout a group. Make a difference. Join or create a group for making social change, for something good. Success of pausing. By pausing, people are on their way to enjoy life rewards from high levels of self-control. More self-control at a younger age, the greater success as an adult you will have. Better grades, stronger relationships, and greater income levels. Low self-control can lead to trouble with the law, health problems, and drug addiction. Taking positive risks are good. It's normal to take risks during adolescence. And trying new activities when you don't know that what your success is a risk that helps you grow into an independent adult. Impulsivity makes teens open to new experiences and ideas. This also helps teens become independent adults. Choose your friends wisely. Positive friends encourage you to do new positive challenges. Negative friends will encourage you to do bad things. And sometimes you have to let old friendships go. Whenever you have a friend that is continually asking you to do things that you may not want to do, or you know is against your values, or is risky, or something bad could happen from it, then it's time to think about, is this friendship worth it? And even sometimes you've been friends with somebody for a very long time, maybe from elementary school, but people change and you need to look out for yourself, and you need to make sure that you find a different friend or stop hanging out with those friends so that you don't get dragged into a bad situation. Choose your friends wisely because your future depends upon it. Stay well, practice social distancing. I miss you all, and I hope we can be together again soon. Bye.